Alright guys, happy holidays. Hope you're all doing well. Figured to go ahead and share the staff stuff I do. It's mostly for prehabilitation purposes. And just like stretching the wrist in all these different ways. Which in turn will stretch, you know, the elbow, the shoulder, even the back. And obviously it's a very dynamic and active and powerful stretch. A lot of, you know, repetitions and fast movements. Feels very therapeutic for me, especially after a hard bouldering day. To just turn the wrist in all these different ways. Also very good for hand-eye coordination and just kind of fun in general. So here's a little warm-up I do. Simple spins. One way and the other. Alright. So, one hand is going to be supinating, the other is going to be pronating. Again, just feels nice, fun to do. I'm not going to bother teaching you how to do this, there's plenty of tutorials, but again, just kind of demonstrating my routine. So after I do those front turns, I'll go ahead and do some overhead ones. That's a great one, especially after a bouldering day, because you can stretch the lats and the shoulders out. It gets so tight sometimes in my lats here that I have trouble with my overhead mobility, so this kind of cranks me in a very therapeutic way. Oh. As my instructor, Master Yu, used to say, even monkey falls from tree. I'm not very good at this side, spinning it. Still working on that. It's probably because I have some old wrist injuries from punching. You know, taekwondo, kickboxing, mixed martial arts back in the day. Anyway, that's one cool thing to do. Again, stretching overhead feels great. After that, I'll do some single arm spins, and that one's especially good, not only for, again, you know, pronation, supination, but also some like ulnar and radial deviation. So working the wrist that way and stretching it. I'll hold, not quite in the middle, a little over here. Another good stretch. Now, usually I walk around the yard while doing this. That kind of helps me put my whole body into it and find like a nice rhythm. And I'll play music as well, and try to, again, find a nice rhythm and kind of just meditate on it for a while. And spend maybe, you know, anywhere between like 5 and 20 minutes doing this stuff. Every other day or so, unless I'm really into it or trying to like learn a new technique, I might do a little bit more. Here's a few other things I've worked on that are kind of unique, that come from like sword play. Hold at one end and go here. Now this one's pretty fun and stretchy because it works that external rotation. Okay? Right here. My left shoulder used to be really bad. It used to be like about here is my max range. It's getting a lot better. And this is one of the things really helping that out. One other kind of sword thing I like to do. This is more of a, this is another good stretch. Very similar to like club training, Indian club training. If you've ever seen that before. But again, it comes from like a, you know, sort of a sword play kind of thing. And I really like it because it also feels like a good Latin core exercise. Again, I usually walk while doing this, but I'll do it in place for y'all. Holding it kind of like a sword, spinning around. And of course, switching grips. Doing this side, which again, that non-dominant side, not as good, but important to be ambidextrous. That one obviously is a little bit more strenuous. Feels kind of more like a workout. The rest is more stretching and having fun. And there's all kinds of random stuff I like to try. Just for coordination. To do something a little different. You know? Throwing it in the air. Woo, sun's in my eyes. That's my excuse anyway. Let's see. Yep, something like that. A lot easier when I'm zoned out, or zoned in, whatever you want to call it. Meditating, listening to music, finding a rhythm, and yeah man, again, all this kind of stuff, overhead, you know, the sword kind of stuff, just feels good, feels therapeutic, and I have not had any wrist pains, elbow pains, shoulder pains since doing this kind of stuff several times a week for maybe a combined hour per week. And you know, I work from home, so it's easy kind of take a little break, do a little bit, get back to work, or you know, at night sometimes listen up, I'll come out in the yard and do that. Good hand-eye coordination, yada yada yada. You know, I've already said it all before. Look into it, it's pretty good. Anyway, take care y'all. Again, happy holidays, peace.